My friend, I'm here to tell you why you need to have haters today. This is real important in life. It's like choosing your enemy wisely. You need to have haters. Simple as this. A lot of time we do think we like, but we always gonna have haters. And some people just can't handle the hate. But some could turn the hate into motivation or even become better. A lot of time you need to think about yourself. How you treat your hater. How do you vision your hater? That's what I really want you to think about. Because hate is something that could be negative, or if you look at it in a positive way, it could be completely different. So now today, my friend, I want you to learn how to take your hater and take advantage of it. It's great that you have hater out there, honestly. I should be blessed that there's hater out there. There's never gonna be ever anyone on earth that you could be perfect for anyone. Don't ever chase the perfection. Don't try to be perfect for everyone but lose your self trait. You have to be your own self at the end of the day. So take advantage of hate. When you have hater, that means you have more room to improve. The hater will see the negative part of you, which you might not know about. When you have hater, they could point this out, point that out. But guess what? That's your weakness. That's how you take advantage of it. You improve though, into the point where the hater can't even find anything to say about you, but which ridiculously nearly impossible because no one has ever been perfect before. And that's why you gotta know how to take advantage of haters. Think about Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan took advantage of all that hate and turned those into motivation. He want to prove them wrong. He put words out there. And then he gonna go deliver it because he know he got hater out there waiting for him to fail. But guess what? He have to prove them wrong. And when you have hater, he simply turned those into motivation and energy driver and play it more aggressive and better on the court. And which why he's the MVP and the GOAT of greatest of all time. There's no doubt he's gonna have hater. Regardless how great you are, you will have hater. That's the thing you need to get, my friend. Don't forget the fact that if you're being good doing something, those are the most dangerous time ever. Because you're gonna start ignoring the hater a bit and you're gonna slowly realize that's your weakness there. So you have to recognize your haters. For example, there's people on YouTube, on TikTok, on social media, talking this, talking that, yapping this, yapping that. But guess what? Those are the hate that you need to consume. You need to take advantage of it. If you don't got any hater, nobody know you. You are Mr. Nobody or Miss. You gotta have hater. If no one knows you, how are they gonna point out your negative part, right? If everyone around you just say this, you're good with that, you're good with this. At the end of the day, from different people's vision, you're gonna be eventually end up in a bad position where you think you're always right because you're surrounding yourself with people that just hype you up, cheer you on. But you're gonna need some hate. It's like equilibrium. You need to be balanced out. You can't be just having all hater either, because if you have all hater, that means you must be doing something wrong actually, and no one is supporting you at all. I believe in a lot of cases, even for example myself, when I first want to jump in my first business, start doing day trading, there's their hater, there's people that talk a lot, friends and family, even all that. Who are they to you? Unless there's someone that is super successful in what you've done, then yeah, they should have something to say, right? But otherwise, you gotta recognize what are the advice and what are the opinion. And you gotta take advantage of their opinion and turn them into a valuable advice that you could be used on you. At the end of the day, you need to shape the character of you. You need to build who you are. You can't be changing around just because what the haters say. You listen to it, you consume it, but you go from build up from root of yourself. That's how you fix those problems. There's some people that's out there that is avoiding haters. They just run away from them. But like I said before, you take advantage of them. You turn them from a hater to someone that could be a supporter. I've seen so many cases out there where people are just avoiding the hater. The hater say this, say that. They just ignore it, but they're not taking any action to it. They're not reacting or anything to it. Well, guess what, my friend? My advice here for you, go take some action. Go talk to the hater. Actually learn from them. Let them talk. You hear from them. You listen to them. Look them, stare them directly in the eye. Make it look like you really want to learn from them. That's how you grow. You don't grow from learning people's successful story, do you? Those are just the bragging. You have to learn from the hater. You have to see what you need to improve. But don't get me wrong here. Sometimes hater could be saying stuff that is just complete out of control, complete out of balance, complete negative. That doesn't even make sense. And that's why you need to differentiate what is an advice and what is an opinion. And next, like I said, you gotta turn the hate into an engine driver. If you could simply turn hate into an engine driver, you probably have the best convert ever. Then you could turn anything into something. Nothing will be impossible at this point. If you're able to turn the hater into the engine driver, trust me, you will go so much more further and you will grow way faster and beyond a regular human level. For you to leverage, you gotta know what your mistake is. You gotta go from your weakness. If you wanna leverage on your own, you gotta have hater that tells you this, tells you that. I show you a perfect example. When I first started jumping in the working industry, when I first turned 16, I went straight to getting a job because I was heavily in debt because of a bad investment and bad risk management at a younger age with money. But my parents and everyone told me, focus school, do this, do that. Because in their vision, they don't know what I'm capable of. I could handle school, get a 4.5 GPA easily, meanwhile getting a job at the same time, going there on time, making a job on time, having a social life, doing a sport, and then go back there and do my work. And I get to spend time with my family too, which is a little bit insane back in the high school day. But you know, high school, you honestly, it's all about how you minimize and maximize your timing and optimizing to the best efficiency for yourself. So back like I was saying, when I was going out for the job, my parents, my family, everyone tell me to quit that job, focus on school. Because at the end of the day, you're going to be working for your next 15 year or so-ish, at least. Or maybe even more, 20, 30 year on the way down after you go college or whatsoever. Okay, I mean, it's my parents, my family, so I listen, right? Obviously. But I differentiated myself. I know what is an advice and I know what is an opinion. I know what I am capable of. So you have to make the decision yourself. You can't be just getting judged around by the hater. Not saying in some cases, family could be hating on you too. If you know me out there, if you feel me, right? Family could be hating, but you gotta learn how to accept it. And you have to learn to go from there. That's the root cause. So what I did there, I wrote it down on a paper. I break it down, and I was like having a job as my top tier because I needed money and because I was in debt. So I need to find a way to make money, right? But at the same time, I have to do school, and I have to manage my timing so I could still have a regular life where I finish school maybe and then go to job, and then I gotta do my homework too at the same time. So with that in mind, during school time, I have to figure out way how do I put myself out there so I could gain more time for me to able to go to my job. What I simply did, I left all my friends. I did not have a social life because how much debt I was in. I mean, I still have friends at the end of the day, but doesn't mean I have to spend less time with them. I have to get out of the friend zone with the friend circle. I cannot stay in there because I knew if I stay with them, that I'm just going to be wasting all my time. That at the end of the day, I'm going to end up not able to make to my job on time, putting out my best effort at my job, or failing school at the same time. So I took my lunch, my break, any minute, single minute, second I had in class, during break in school, I had to get all my work done. So by the time I leave school, I have no work left. I simply go to my job. I get my job done. I go home. I'm already so tired, exhausted. There's no way I do more work. But I still have to educate myself because I know without educating, I have no improvement. I'm just simply going for a 9 to 5 job, how everyone does. You have to work beyond what is provided. You can't be living in a comfort zone. So that was my daily routine for at least 3 year plus throughout my high school year. I would simply wake up, gym in the morning because I have to stay healthy, stay fit somehow. And then I go to school, get all my work done. And by the time I believe I finished school around like 3:40-ish, we had like a late schedule. Finished 3:40 school, I head straight to work. I work all the way until like 9 or 10 o'clock. I get home. I spend like maybe like an hour or so. I get some studying and I gotta head straight to bed. I mean, I did try to spend more time with my family over the weekend simply because I don't have school in the morning. But a lot of time I realized without the family or the hater, I would not have the motivation and I wouldn't realize how important my school education is at the same time when I have to obtain a job. From that, I realized I'm not just there working for the money to pay back. I'm there to make some business happen. So I even went on beyond. I went find some business partner. I started a business at my age of 17-ish. And I go from there beyond. And I started day trading at the same time too because I was educating myself like I told you every night. So if you compare me to someone at the same age as me, I'm probably like a few years ahead of them because how I optimize those time and make it efficient for me, especially directly just for me. So you have to find your own way to optimize your time and find the best efficient way. And don't get judged by the hater too often. Like there's gonna be hate anytime, 24/7. It's just gonna be coming right at you. But it's just like often and defend in real life. How are you gonna protect yourself from it? And how are you gonna go attack with that? I'm not saying to go hate on anyone, but I'm saying how you take advantage of that hate and turn it into an engine driver for a motivation for you to work harder. Go improve that weakness point. A lot of time we have to go along with our flow too. Shut off, so I can't do much about it. But like I said, we have to go along with our flow at the same time. What I mean with going with the flow is that we all live in a different time zone of our own. People, we live in different kind of era thing, I'll say. So for example, in my time zone, I feel like I should buy a house right now. But a lot of people don't think so because the market is bad, the interest rate is high. But for me, I have the money right now and I have the cash ready. I think I'm ready to go in. That's my time zone. However, someone else's time zone could be different. It could be depends on their different time, a different age, or different family background. Everything could different. Go along with the flow. They probably don't have to buy a house just because I bought one. They don't have to follow everything I do. You have to differentiate yourself and have your own mindset of what you're going to do, have your own plan as well. Find your own strategy in everything you do. You could simply follow someone, but don't follow them forever. When I say copy and paste, make some adjustment to the pace. Don't just make it exactly the same. What's the point of you being you if you're just going to copy someone else and be exactly how they are? Right? If you get me right there, if the hater says something and you just take that as an advice, like that doesn't make sense, right? Just because you want that hater to be happy and you lose your own self-trait, like, does that really make sense to you, my friend? Do you really want to lose your own self just to make a hater happy, just so you don't have to feel as bad? I really don't think that's how it works, right? So you have to go along with the flow. A lot of times there's going to be hate coming in, like I mentioned so many times before. But go along with the flow with the hate. You don't have to accept this hate at the moment because someone older could probably see a different side of you, what they've been through. They had experience. It's not that they're hating. It's true love sometimes too. They could be loving you, but it's just the way how it sounds is hate. Go back and think about it, my friend. When your parent yells at you, like even I have this issue, talking back to my parent, arguing, making this, doing that judgment, saying this, having my own opinion. But they're looking at it from their vision. We might not share the same vision, right? Because they live in different time zones, like I said too. So they might think what you're doing is technically wrong. So for me was like not going to get a job. Getting a job was wrong at the time. I should just do school, finish school. But I work outside what I'm capable of because I know what I could do. And if I just simply focus on school, I feel like it would be no challenge, right? Who doesn't like challenge in this silly life? So my flow, for me personally, I like to go along with challenge. I like to go against challenge. That's how I grow and develop. But I don't know you, my friend. You have to find your own strategy and way. You have to go along with your own flow because we're all different. We could be all the same, but live uniquely. Why be the same when you could be more unique and different in today's world? Especially you even have AI. Why not try to just live for yourself? Don't worry about what the haters say. Do what you like to do. Enjoy those moments. Enjoy the process. Actually love what you're doing. And don't worry about the hate because they're all gonna be hate. Next, I want you to know your vision. You gotta have a clear vision when you say something. There's a lot of time people make promise too easily, making promise when they're happy. That's why when they say, don't go to a grocery store when you're hungry because you just grab any food off the shelf. Don't fall in love when you are desperate because you're gonna love the wrong person. It's that simple. Your vision, you have to be clear what you're doing. Even in trading, like I do, in day trading, I have to be clear with my plan and my goal, where my stop loss is, how much potential gain I'm looking for. If I don't have those clear vision, if I just go along with the market, if the market go, I'm hype, excited, but if the market go down, I'm like sad. I think it's gonna come back. Like I gotta have my own clear vision and my own plan, so everything could go in process without having anything go wrong throughout the process. And a lot of time it happened when mistake happen throughout the process, but you just have to accept the fact that it's part of the plan that you probably just didn't think about it. But as long as you have the clear vision, it's like having a clear goal. If a person doesn't have a goal or dream, what are they then? What's the point of their life then, I'm thinking? If you don't have a goal or a vision to go for, what are your motivation? I've seen too many people out here losing motivation nowadays just because they did not have a clear vision. They did not know what they want to do, or they have too much hate coming in that they just simply forget who they are and giving up what they truly love to make someone else is happy. And when I say vision, a lot of people like to share their vision. And there's nothing wrong with sharing your vision. But you gotta know, if you say something, you gotta be able to deliver. And at the same time, when you share your vision, you gotta be prepared. It's gonna be hate coming into your vision. That's why some people say, don't share your vision, don't share your goal. Work in silence and prove them when you make it. It's that simple. Those are different ways that different people approach the thing. But for me, it's okay that I share the vision with you guys because I've been through so much that I think I'm capable of consuming all the hate and turning those into hater engine driver, where I could simply have more self-development with hate that comes along, and I know what I need to work on more than how people are taking those hate as an advice and change themselves so the haters stop hating them. They might be making one person happy, one hater happy, but end up having 3 extra haters to hate on them just because they make that one hater happy. There will be people that actually enjoy what you do and actually believe that what you do is great and good. Just be yourself, live your own way, do your own thing. Stop caring about all the judgment. Like, all the judgment shouldn't be anything that's stopping you keeping moving forward, right? If you have a goal, a vision, if you want to go Harvard, if you want to go Stanford, if you want to have a startup, if you want to run a business, if you want to have a high paying income, have your vision clear and go work towards it every single day. Like I said many times before, you got to have your goal. The hardest thing in life is figuring out your goal and your vision. But once you figure it out, your life becomes so much easier. Every day you go towards it, you work towards it, you literally have no regret for it. And regret weight more than just pain. I'll say go through the pain better than for the regret, because the regret is going to be there for life, but the pain is just for the moment. So do things you actually enjoy, do things you like. And lastly, like I mentioned, perfection. When we share our vision, when we do things, when we do this, when we do that, don't ever chase perfection. Perfection, it should be never able to be achieved. As long as we don't achieve perfection, we know we have more room to improve. If you ever made it to the point where you think it's exactly perfect, guess what? You're not in someone else's vision. There's never going to be perfect moment. If you simply turn something into perfect, that thing wouldn't be exist on earth, I'll say. Simply, I give you some example here. You think about Apple. Apple have so much competition. They got Samsung, they got Microsoft going against them. They got so much competition. But guess what? Their vision is clear. They just want to make iPhone, tablet. They just want to make technology for people to use. They had their vision clear and show. But they never chase for perfection because they know they're gonna have to have more improvements so they can have more sell over time. I know there's one light bulb company that had like a perfect light bulb that lasts like 100+ years. But guess what? They end up shutting down because they have no sale revenue coming in. It's that simple. Don't ever chase perfection because people always want better and more better. You gotta have comparison. If everything is already max tiered right away, guess what? It's gonna be boring at some point. And this was the hardest thing I was having trouble with. Simply even in trading. When I first started in trading, investing, I only want to make that one jackpot. And I think I could just lift it off of it and go retire young at like 18 when I just dump all the money in the stock market option. But guess what? That's not how you do it. You don't ever chase perfection because you're going to end up fall hard. You're going to fail bad. It's going to hurt. But if you really want to try it, go ahead. No one is stopping you. You're just doing things that you think is best fit for you. And I'm just here speaking. And I shouldn't have any advice towards you, but just opinion that could maybe you tweak it up a little. You take that like advice. You'll consume it in different way. What I'm providing here is value. I'm sharing all my value to you because of my past, my experience, what I've been through. I really think chasing perfection is not the right way to start. You could have a goal, but don't make that goal your ultimate perfection goal. Have goal that is like way further and have goal that is reachable. Like I said so many times. You gotta have goal that you dream as big as possible. But also have goal that is you're able to reach. If I say I want to be a billionaire, that's like a big dream goal that like kind of near like perfection, right? Don't need to work every day, having fun, going on vacation, living off yacht, going on private jet ride. But guess what? You can't have that as your first stage. Just simply because if you want perfection, that being a first stage, it's going to be nearly take you forever to reach that. But have that goal in mind and you work hard towards it. Meanwhile, you're accomplishing every small part. It's kind of having like a journey map. You jumping here and here and here. And eventually, you might become the real billionaire. But it takes time. You have to be patient. Patient is gold. I heard this one quote where it say patient in diamond. Patient is when you're go looking for something and you're having the patience, your heart for it because you actually enjoy doing the process rather than rushing it. That's when you have the patience for something. And with pressure coming along, there's going to be a lot of people pushing you forward, wanting you to prove this, prove that. But guess what? Pressure builds diamond. Pressure builds diamond, my friend. If you could handle pressure, you could be that gem. You could be that hidden gem. It's that simple. You just got to be able to handle pressure and handle the hate. Hate are like pressure to you. But you got to know how to take those hate into an engine driver. Because without pressure, diamond isn't formed. And when I also say going along with the flow, don't let anyone to rush you. What are your friend, family, parent? What are they to you? You are yourself. I mean, they're your loved one. I get it. They're your loved one. But you have to separate yourself from the work and your loved one. Don't ever put them together because it's going to end up real bad. And when I say follow your follow, it's kind of having the vision clear and no one rushing you because you're going in your own time zone. It's just taking time. Although it might not happen overnight because it's nearly impossible unless you hit that jackpot whatsoever, you follow your flow. Just because you want to be rich one day, you don't have to rush it overnight to prove to anyone. Who do you want to prove so bad for? If you think about it yourself, my friend, write it down on a paper. Who do you want to prove that to so bad for? Huh? Like who? Can you name someone? If you want to do something, for example, if you want to go Stanford, if you want to go Harvard, if you want to go MIT, if you want to go Caltech, if you want to go Princeton, if you want to go all these Ivy League schools, why are you in a rush for doing this, doing that? Why do you have to prove them that you have to go there right away? You could go there for grad school later on. Don't be sad just because you failed the first time and someone is rushing you. Don't ever let someone to rush you. When someone is saying this to you, have your own speed and be patient with stuff. Because you know yourself the best. Who else know you better, right? Even a psychology person could read your mind, but at the end of the day, you're being your true self. You are still you. So don't let anyone to rush you and go along with your own flow. As long as you have your own flow, hater isn't gonna be anything. But you know, somebody knows you out there. They're yapping, they're talking to you because they know you. But you simply go along with your own flow at the end of the day, having your vision clear, trust me, you will make it. You will be that top person in the world. You just gotta have that in mind. Believe in yourself. There's people that out there simply giving up because of a hate. And trust me, if you could turn hate into engine driver and follow your own flow, having clear vision, and everyone's gonna eventually know you and recognize your work. You just have to trust the process. And believe it or not, you have to have hater. It's that simple. In today's society, if you don't have hater, nobody is gonna know you. And at the end, it's all about being yourself. My friend, I want you to start looking for your hater and take them down and listen to their word. Listen to the valuable word and turn them into motivation, into valuable lesson, into something that you could learn from. Don't take them as negativity because negativity doesn't do you any good. All right, to wrap it up today, I hope you enjoyed this show of You Must Have Hater. Let me know what you guys think next. Comment down below, subscribe for more. I'll catch you guys on the next one.